How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Hopefully everyone is having, well, the best day you can possibly have if you're a Bengals fan and you hear the news of your star quarterback being carted off the field. A couple things here. Joe Burrow carted off the field with what Zach Taylor and company said was a calf injury during practice today. Second of all, just to get the fear out of the way here is, it's not a surprise. It's not a shock to have a guy carted off the field during practice during training camp. It's just, again, for a walk back to the locker room. It's easier this way. Why force a guy to walk on something he certainly doesn't have to? Strictly precautionary. So I think for that reason, don't get carted. Something, season ending kind of got carted off the field. I don't think you worry about that for a couple reasons. One of them being obviously the no contact injuries are always scary, which is what happened here. Joe Burrow rolled out on a play. We've seen him come up lame there, then he kind of dropped to the ground, and that's where they attended him for about a minute, carted him off the field. That being said, talking calf injuries, not a doctor at all. There's a couple. I'm trying to be an optimistic Bengals fan. We don't have news. It's all speculation. Taylor said there's a lot of fresh news here. A couple of players, Jamar Chase, he said, Joe looked at each other, gave him the nod, kind of like, I'm all right, I'll be all right. Ted Karras was kind of talking about, you never know in the heat. And, I want to tend to think kind of the way Ted Karras does here, where what was it, 95 freaking degrees a day? It is hot. It's hot, and it's hot where, especially in Ohio, you get this a lot of areas. You're not used to this kind of heat year round. You get a few days a year where it gets to these extreme temperatures, and your body's not acclimated to it, which means, there's a good chance it could be a cramp. Very good chance. Do you go around like that, cramped up and walk out? Who knows? But, if it is a cramp, again, you're going to take them off. You're going to get in the fluids. You're going to do what you got to do. So we'll see. Could be a calf strain. It's a calf strain. You talk about could be 4 to 8 weeks. 4 to 8 weeks. All of a sudden, you're a little concerned because 4 to 8 weeks. Well, you're concerned, but it's like, this sounds like textbook Joe. It's crazy at this time, ain't it? Joe Burrow's got a routine. He pushes himself. He grinds to make sure he makes it to week 1, even though people question. He had it with the appendix. He had it with the ACL. And it looks like, once again, Joe Burrow is not going to get himself a full training camp, and it's not going to get himself a full preseason. And thankfully for Bengals fans, we've seen him. He's used to it at this point in time, as crazy as it is. We all talked about, man, what happened? Joe Burrow got a full off season to prepare for the season. It appears we might not see it once again. Again, it could be a cramp. Could be something very, very minor. He's back in a couple weeks. You have to believe, even if it is something minor besides a cramp, say it's a typical 2 to 4 week injury, he's probably taking 4 to 6. Just because he can right now. You're not going to push anything or rush anything if you don't have to, or this, before the season starts. Obviously, if it's 4 to 8, you're going to push yourself to get there for opening day, start of the season. But otherwise, you're going to see him tread with caution here. Thankfully, though, again, there was no contact. It didn't, from our perspective, it didn't look too bad. Nothing but the best of wishes here. It's a big deal for the Bengals. Right in the middle of a contract situation, right in the middle of a potential team that feels like they're going to be in a Super Bowl this season, or at least be a serious contender, coming in with their quarterback being healthy. We'll see, though. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching.